Good morning, comic fans. You're with the Comic Pusher at the Comics Club, Tampa and Brandon's favorite comic gaming store. It is Wednesday, September 27th, the last new comic book day of the month. But don't worry, we are heading into Halloween season, which starts, of course, in October. And in October, we will have 4 new comic book days, but that's good. That's good. We're always happy to have any comic book day. New comic book day is always the best day of the week. We have a lot of fun stuff to show you this week. A lot of cool things came into the store, and we have a wall book of the week to show you. Mr. Happy has a secret word for you in a little bit, and we have a very large stack of comic books. This week's comic book stack is reaching 10 inches. That is a tall stack of comic books, boys and girls. How you doing, Steve Fisher? Good morning. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's good to see everybody. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but here in Florida, it has been a bit rainy, but that's what it is in the summer. But we've just turned fall, right? That's why we have this wonderful fall quilt behind me that Dolly made. So here we are. I got a lot to get through. I should probably just jump right into it. So, hey, Steve, you've been, this has nothing to do with comic books, but Steve, have you been looking at NWBO, huh? See what's been happening there. It's just pulled back a little bit. It might pull back to 76. We'll see what happens. Keep an eye on it. So what do we have? We have a new trade paperbacks hitting the stands here today. Star Wars: A High Republic Adventures Volume 1. We have that coming in. And Robin, Tim Drake Robin, Mystery at the Marina trade paperback. Yes, it's been looking good, Steve. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. I got more news coming, a whole bunch of news. This next year is going to be the year for it. Absolutely. All new Firefly. This is The Gospel According to Jane, Part 2. And most comic book fans who are over 50 years old are probably retro fans of stuff from the 60s and 50s. This is Retro Fan Magazine, which does just that. It kind of looks back in time, gives us a little bit of a time machine. We go back and look at all kinds of things, like you can see on here. It's a great magazine. We carry it here at the Comics Club. You should definitely check it out. This book is thick, and it's huge, and it is another one of those gaming books that you guys love so much. Game changers. Now, we don't carry any kind of video games here at the Comics Club, but these games about the history of video games, these books about the history of video games have become so popular with our customer base. It's amazing. And this one talks about just about everything. It's got stuff in here from, it's packed with over 700 screenshots, photos, and artwork. It celebrates 300 of the most influential and pioneering video games, consoles, and publishers. Game Changers is the ultimate gaming guide. So there you go. I don't know, any of you Star Trek fans? There was an episode of The Next Generation. I think it was, for those who need a reference, the 106th episode. So in Star Trek's 106th episode, Wesley Crusher is on vacation, and when he comes back from vacation, everybody on the Enterprise is hooked to a video game. They've become addicted to it. And him and his girlfriend are the only ones that can save the day. Data has been disconnected, and but they ends up well. But they all got addicted to a video game. It's very interesting how the video games worked by stimulating the pleasure sensors of your brain, which is basically exactly what video games do to us. Anyway, so great episode. It was actually a kind of weird episode of Star Trek if you're a Star Trek fan. So there's those fun things. There's some more fun things though. Are you tarot? Are you a fan of the tarot deck? Do you think it has mystical powers? Or do you think it's just for fun? I think it's just for fun. But it's cool, and the artwork is neat. And this is the Marvel one, based on all the Marvel characters. How cool is that? A tarot deck based on all the Marvel characters. I'm loving that. Beautiful, beautiful looking artwork. So, art by Lily McDonald. Yeah, some really cool artwork there. So, if you are a tarot fan and a Marvel fan, there you go. And if you're a Star Wars fan, our wall book of the week. But you know what? Before we get into wall book of the week, let me introduce it by introducing 3 new pop vinyls. The first one is a previous exclusive glow-in-the-dark Photon. She really does glow in the dark. That's pretty cool. So, did you see that all right? So we got Photon, and in a second you'll see why I'm doing it this way. Showing you these before the book of the week, Book of the week. We have, and that's is why, because we're moving into the Star Wars. We have Star Wars Major Domo and Star Wars Chrysanthemum. Is that his name? This bounty hunter Wookiee. Chrysanthemum. So Star Wars. Are you a fan of Star Wars? Do you watch the Star Wars TV shows? You've been seeing the latest Ahsoka Tano show. This show has a tie-in to this book because on the show, if you've seen it, I'll give you one little spoiler. You're going to see her mentor, her teacher, the one who she was the Padawan to, and her Jedi Master. And her Jedi Master is a very familiar character in the Star Wars world. And this particular book, our Wall Book of the Week, is a book that, while she is not in it, Ahsoka Tano is not in it. Ahsoka Tano is not in this. This is from 2002. It's a vintage comic book, antique, vintage. In the comic book world, we say vintage comic books. But it's from Free Comic Book Day 2002, Star Wars Tales, a Jedi's Weapon. And you'll see who's on there. It's Anakin Skywalker. And you get to see Anakin Skywalker in this Ahsoka Tano show. And it's just been great. If you're a fan of that, you get to see him once again as her Jedi Master. As her, the one who she's trained. She was trained by the guy who would become Darth Vader. So she had a great master. All right, moving along. We have the new catalogs in this week. We got the new Marvel previews hitting the stands. We also have DC's Connect hitting the stands and the big, thick previews. Previews doesn't have Marvel or DC in it anymore. And I think it's also moving away from Image. So all the rest of the independent companies and all the new toys and everything like that related in the pop culture world, you're going to still see in this catalog. We carry it every month, and we'll continue carrying it as long as they're publishing it. And also related to that is Game Trade Magazine. If you're a gamer, you're into gaming stuff, well, this magazine is on our shelf to tell you all the stuff that will be coming out. And come in soon and get yourself the latest issue. We'll get these out of the way so we have room for our variant covers, because we have a lot of really cool variant covers, and one that was supposed to be here for us last week that unfortunately got delayed on me, so I have it here this week. And I'll just start off with that one since it was delayed from last week. It was Batman number 137. It's a 1 in 25, and that got delayed from last week. Sorry guys, but it is going to be on the stands this week for you. If you're looking for it, you can find it today. Ultimate Invasion number 4. I believe this is the series finale. It's a 1 in 25. We were just talking about the Star Wars, The Mandalorian, issue number 4, 1 in 25. The Immortal Thor, number 2, 1 in 25. Him and Loki battling it out on the Rainbow Bridge. The Avengers, number 5, 1 in 25. A really nice Scarlet Witch cover. And I won't mind so much if this doesn't sell, you know. If I end up having to keep this one, it won't be such a bad thing. Miss Marvel, the New Mutant, number 2. This is a 1 in 10 design variant. You can see her new X-Men and Miss Marvel costume combined. You look at the sole of her shoe there. It's got the two symbols combined into one. That's pretty clever. R.L. Stine, Stuff of Nightmares, Red Murder, number 1. I believe it's a one-shot. This is a 1 in 10 Virgin cover. And there's several that are glow-in-the-darks for this week. And we got a whole bunch of glow-in-the-dark stuff coming out. I love the glow-in-the-dark stuff. I love all the gimmick stuff. Death Dealer. This is Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer, number 15. This is the 1 in 10 variant. And then this is the 1 in 5 variant. Get it up here on the screen. 1 in 5 variant for Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer, number 15. What else? This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, number 112. This is the unlockable cover. Godzilla War for Humanity, number 2. This is a 1 in 10. Power Girl from DC Comics starts. This is I want to take this out so you can see the whole thing. This is a 1 in 25 of the new Power Girl number 1. And it's a wraparound. And it shows you just all kinds of different costumes for her. I have a favorite. I won't tell you which one is the favorite. Those are pretty cool. Who could guess my favorite? Which one was it? Also, Harley Quinn. This is issue number 32, 1 in 25. What a great cover that is. Can I get a little bit more light, guys? A little bit more light. Thank you so much. What a great cover that is. I'm loving that. Loving that. That's a great one. Detective Comics number 1074. This is a very perfect Halloween-y one. It's like Bruce and his mother's necklace there and his future self holding him. This is a 1 in 25. That's dark and eerie, and it's like a nightmare dream world there that Bruce is in, having a vision of his own future. Also, hitting the stands this week is The Flash number 1. You see, DC is relaunching slowly, piece by piece, a whole bunch of their titles. So we got Wonder Woman number 1, we got Flash number 1, we just had Superman number 1. I believe Titans number 1 hit, Green Lantern or Green Arrow number 1. So there's our variants for the week and our on our vintage wall book. And speaking of vintage, Mr. Happy would like to say the secret word is vintage. It's not antique, it's vintage. So there you have it. Vintage is the secret word. And they'll get you 15% off any single item in the store. Some restrictions apply. If you're a Discount Club member or a subscriber, you can get... Oh, thank you, Mr. Happy. Yeah, you can get an extra 5% this week, 20% off any single item. That's 1 per person per day. Now, let's get into this big 10-inch stack of comics over here. What all do we have? We have a lot of indies. And so I'm going to jump right into the indies right off the bat. We're going to start with them. And we're going to kind of go through this quickly. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Saturday Morning Adventures, number 5. Hitting the stands today. The turtle with a frog? Hollywood Special, number 2, from Scott Snyder. I like that cover. The reflection doesn't match. Is this what she sees herself as what she would like to be, but apparently that is not going to be the future that she has. It's a sad Hollywood story. The Hollywood Special. Bryn Mawr is up to issue number 3, and we have 2 different covers for it. When is this coming out? This is an advertisement for an upcoming one. This looks just amazing. Beneath the Trees. What the heck's going on there? Discover what's hidden. What's going on there? Black Hammer, number 2. The End. This is Black Hammer, The End, number 2. Is this going to be the very last Hammer story? Black Hammer story? Star Wars. Speaking of Star Wars, we got more Star Wars. This is Hyperspace Stories from Dark Horse. and that cover. And don't forget, guys, after the show, to leave a comment down below so you get entered in our monthly drawing, which we do the drawing the first episode every month. So if all goes well, we'll be doing it on, what is it, the 4th of October, 1 week from today. So be sure to get those comments in after the video down below. Star Trek number 12. The gang's all there. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a one-shot. Amy's 30th anniversary. Are you a fan of Amy from Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, she's been around for 30 years. Can you believe that? Wow. 30 years. My Little Pony. I'm hearing that there's going to be a secret lair drop of My Little Pony for Magic the Gathering. Who would have ever thought that My Little Pony would get Magic the Gathering cards? But it's going to happen. I'm assured this is a thing. Some advertising for their other comics on the back. It's kind of cool. There we go. So the Poker Boys, the Wednesday Poker Boys, wanting to know who's playing tonight. Godzilla War for Humanity. Got a couple different covers for you. Boom. Halloween's coming. You guys have your costumes together. Mr. Happy's threatening to be Superman again this year, but I don't know. He might come up with something different. Usagi Yojimbo. Usagi Yojimbo. And they give us a little bit of art on the back. This is Ice and Snow, Part 1. It's a 5-part miniseries. Second Coming Trinity. This is issue number 6. Little Pony cards for Magic. This is the second set of my. I didn't have any idea of that. I was amazed to hear that there was going to be one at all. And you say this is the second one. Wow, that's how much I know. This was amazing. What happens in I don't know if you've been reading this at all. The Second Coming Trinity. This is where Jesus has returned to the world, and he's become, in this series, the second series, a sidekick to Sunman here. And he has a son who has superpowers, and it's one of the strangest issues. It's paralleling Superman, what happens with Superman's life. But what happens in this episode just blew my mind. It's like, I don't even understand this. It's crazy. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's quite an interesting take on Superman and his origin, and basically pretty wild. The Schlub has reached issue number 2 for you Schlub fans out there. Void Rivals. Where's my phone hiding over here? I'm going to turn that volume down low. Because it keeps buzzing over here, making buzzing sounds. Okay. Void Rivals, issue number 4. New Burn. Is this the second set? No, this is number 11. Ooh, there's a threat on the back. Uh-oh. What's the farthest place from here? That's where you want to be if this person finds out you've lied to them. This is issue number 14. And we've got a cool piece of art on the back for Halloween. It's a jack-o'-lantern. Look at that. Just in time for Halloween. I'm loving it. Never call this a pumpkin in front of my wife. She will jump on you and correct you immediately. It's a jack-o'-lantern. So this is Monstrous, one of the most beautiful comics ever published. Monstrous number 48. But this series, the artwork is absolutely fabulous. Rumpus Room, number 1 of 5-part series. This is another murder tale. And that one's coming to us from AWA, or is it AWA? I don't know. AWA. Dust from Scout Comics, issue number 2. And the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers storyline is Darkest Hour. It's issue number 112. It stands there. Alice Never After has a couple of really awesome covers. Actually, there's 3 different covers. This one's fun. It's got the Tweedledum and Tweedledee there. I like this one. She's grown too large for the room, and the Cheshire Cat suddenly appeared in this scene, which he was not in the book. And Alice Never After. What a great piece of artwork there of Alice. Loving that. Are you an R.L. Stine fan? Well, this is the stuff of nightmares. This is not your children's comics. This is R.L. Stine for adults. And this is called Red Murder, and it's a one-shot. I showed you the variant earlier. And these are some of those are just incredible. Good morning, Two Gun. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. We're up to a Blade Runner 2033, issue number 7, showing all of the variants of all the different covers for the independent publishers. Betty Page has a new issue out. This is number 4 of her latest series. We got this black and white cover here. And this one is kind of a take on, I think, kind of reminds me of Betty and Veronica. And then we have the cosplay cover. And speaking of cosplay covers, we have one of those in the next set of comic books. In fact, I think this one might have, is it more than one? I think it has a couple of cosplays. Or is that art? Good Lord, it's art. For a second there, I thought that was a photograph. I'll save that one for last because that's a really cool cover. Rage, number 2. Vampirella, Dracula, Rage. That's Parejo. God, what a great artist. If I had 10th of that talent. Here's another, I think it's the same model too, for Rage cosplay. This is the one at first I thought was cosplay, but this is artwork. It's almost photorealistic. It's Vampirella there and Dracula in the background. She's sitting at some sort of altar with skulls on it. Wow. What a great piece of art that is. It says down here who it is, but I can't quite make it out. But what a great piece of art. Look at that. I'm loving it. Issue number 4 of The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos. Creed has reached its final issue. If you're a boxing fan, you will want to pick up Creed, the next round. Final issue of that miniseries. Elvira in Monsterland continues with issue number 5. And Elvira usually gives us a cosplay cover. And there it is. That was Elvira herself, carving up a jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. Black Hammer, number 2. I thought we already showed you this. This is the end, Black Hammer number 2. I think this was just got shuffled in the wrong spot. The Expanse, Dragon Tooth. This is issue 5 of 12. Frank Frazzetta's Death Dealer. Got a couple different covers. This next comic book is something that really appeals to me. I love the artwork. They've done a great job. And this crazy character. It's the only other character I can think of that's like this character is Tank Girl. But this character. This is actually called The Bomb. This is Fearless Dawn. She is Fearless Dawn. And this one's called The Bomb. And this is number 2 of a 4-part series. But I just love the artwork. This one is a virgin cover. And then there's this one. I just love this artwork. That is just tremendous. Tremendous artwork there. Is my lighting going off again? There it is. I'm loving that artwork. What great stuff. And while we did not get all of the covers, these are the previous issues, all the covers for the previous issues, for actually issue number 3, which we didn't get all of those. And this was a good seller for us. I think people appreciate the humor of this comic book. All right, we have Marvel and DC up next. Let's see here. Let's get DC over here. We'll jump into DC and save the others for later. Oops. All right, DC Comics. Happy New Comic Book Day, everybody. It's the greatest day of the week, the best days of the month. Detective Comics number 1074. This has, if you notice, this is the Justice League versus Godzilla versus King Kong tie-in. That's King Kong there. I believe this is a connecting one. It connects to an Action Comics. We have sold out of most of those covers. If you need one and we sell out on the stand, we have more on order. So just let us know that you need one, and we'll make sure we get one in here for you on the reorder. We Are Legend. This is Spirit World number 5. Harley Quinn. Showed you the variant earlier. This new artist here, she's Rose Besh, has just been taking the covers by storm, and this one's awesome. This one, she reminds me of some of the chibi art that I used to see years ago, but she's done a great job of turning these DC characters into little chibis, and she has this certain style about her. But she doesn't just do chibis, as you're going to see. This is the other Harley Quinn cover. It's a cute one, her blowing that bubble. This one on Teen Titans. Oh, we have this one. Great cover. But here she is again, Besh. In this one, you see, it's not done it as quite as a chibi. This is a full-grown human form. But it's the same artist, isn't it? Or is it not? Is it this Besh? Well, it is. It is. But she's kind of taken a step away from the chibi to turn this one into a grown person. I like it. Great job. Great artist. Up and coming. We have quite a few customers who are starting to pick up and collect her stuff now. You can find some of the earlier stuff in Sheena. She did. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. Green Arrow. We're up to issue number 4. I like that. Black Canary there, screaming. This Penguin, I'll tell you what, if you're a Penguin fan, you're going to love this issue. Penguin is the most brutally violent person, I think, in comic books. He matches the Joker, but he does it in such a sadistic way. It's insane. And that's a great cover there of him. He's a dangerous criminal in Gotham. I'll tell you. Oh, here's that other Action Comics I was telling you. It's the other side of the King Kong Godzilla thing. I've sold out of most of these. I might have one or two for the stand, but if you're looking for them, I have them on reorder. We're trying to get more in. We didn't realize how popular they would be on the pre-orders, but got to be careful not to order too many. Then you get stuck with them. So, it's always this dance that we're doing. Facsimile edition of The Flash, issue number 105. Flash has just become super hot. I don't know if you saw the movie. There's a lot of fun parts in that movie. I won't spoil anything for you, but it's worth watching just for the special effects and some of the fun things that they did. Action Comics. I showed you that Godzilla cover, right? Is that on Action Comics, right? Yeah. He's kind of got pushed out of order there. Sorry, guys. Where's that other one? I find it here for you. I can show you both of them together, but they've gone too far down the stack. We must move on. Batman Catwoman, the Gotham War Red Hood, issue number 1. Liking that cover. It's like Catwoman as a little cherub. The Flash gets a foil treatment, the Flash #1, as well as a blank treatment, and a Besh treatment. Racing into a new era, DC's Dawn of DC, the Flash #1. Woo-hoo. And there's a nice shiny foil one. It's very shiny. That's a classic Flash. And there you go. There's a Besh cover. Some of her chibi work. And of course, the blank. Draw your own Flash. And basically, Power Girl got the same deal. She's got multiple covers. She got a foil one. She got a blank one. This particular one was my favorite. If you can, I don't know if you can catch all the artwork there. Definitely my favorite was that one. But there's also this foil one. It's an interesting angle on her. I like it. And of course the blank one. You can draw your own Power Girl if you don't like what they've done, or even if you do like what they've done. A couple more for you. We've got the Batman, the Brave and the Bold, issue #5, a couple different covers. And the Joker has a message for us on the back of this one. You see, I hold the winning card. There we go. And I'm gonna see if I can find it. I told you there was that crazy issue of The Second Coming. And there's one panel in there. There's one panel in there that I thought was really cool. And I'm not sending anybody any message or anything. I'm not trying to give a message, but I just think this was really cool what they did. So I want to show you this real quick. If I can get to it. Share screen. Chrome tab. Window. Here we go. Open this share. There you go. I just want you to see this. I thought this was really cool. This is this supposed to be Jesus in the modern time, but it doesn't matter who it is. The message is interesting. So there you have it. There's my message for the week. If you see a need, fill it, right? If you see someone who needs help, help them. All right, let's see here. The Micronauts, #1. Very key comic book. It gets a facsimile edition this week. And a blank cover. Draw your own Micronauts. Just make them kind of small. Plenty of space. And a foil treatment, of course. How cool is that? Facsimile editions, 3 ways. And if this Alex Ross cover of Avengers doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will, but we'll save it for last. Avengers, it's a good one with the Scarlet Witch on there. Being attacked by skeletons. I love these covers they've been doing. I don't know what they're calling them, but this little montage of, is that the right word? Of faces. I like it. I like what they do there. And what's more, we have this cover, and this is the Alex Ross one. This is the connecting cover to I forget which one is it connecting to, but his artwork is just so amazing, and this is going to give us a panorama of his art. This here, this. There we go. Put that out of the way. All right, X-Men: Days of Future Past, Doomsday, issue #3. Hitting the stands. Spider-Man India, issue number 4. Storm, issue number 5. Floating Heads, is that what they call it? That sounds like a good name for it. Mandalorian, issue number 4. I love the little cookie monster there. Look at him eating the cookies. Breaking into the cookies. Oh, there's this cover as well. More Star Wars. We got Dr. Aphra, issue number 36. This is a connecting cover. It's a Star Destroyer hitting. I don't know what it's crashing into there. Some sort of disastrous. What kind of ship is that? Is that a Star Destroyer that we just saw? What was it crashing in there? I don't know. Dr. Aphra herself on the cover, and her again. There you go. Ultimate Invasion. I think this is the final issue, 4-part series. It looks also awful lot like Lex Luthor's battle armor, doesn't it? I wonder where they got the idea. I don't know. And there's that one. Are you a Neil Gaiman fan? This is Neil Gaiman's and Mark Buckingham's Mr. Miracle, issue number 6. Some strange weirdness going on in this comic book. I don't know if any of you have been reading it. Something just not right there. All right. This is Iron Man. Invincible Iron Man. Bunch of different covers. Issue number 10. This one is, start off with this one. This one is a wraparound cover. And it's just showing pretty much every one of Tony's Iron Man uniforms. And then we have this one. I'm liking that. It's pretty cool, classic color. The Wedding. Look who's getting married. Oh my goodness. Loving that cover. And there's that one. And the Stormbreaker cover, which is close to a Virgin cover. All right. How are we for time? Oh, we're out of time. Jean Grey, number 2. Got to speed through the rest of these. My help would be showing up in just a moment, wondering what's going on. Moon Knight, City of the Dead, issue number 3. Marvel Unleashed. You like the Marvel pets, the animals? Got Throg. He's eating pizza. Look at that Throg. What a great Throg cover. I'm loving that Throg cover. If you're a Throg fan, that's the cover right there. That is the cover. Miss Marvel. The New Mutant, issue number 2. Realm of X hits issue number 2. Avengers Annual. Got a couple different covers for you. Hey, Chris. Oh, a destroyer. That's what it was. Crashing into the Death Star. That's what it looked like to me, too. Crashing into the Death Star. But that's what it was, a Star Destroyer. Blade. Issue number 3. Death of the Venomverse gives us a slew of covers. The Saturday Morning variant. This one. And this one, I like it with the little things on the side. The classic comics did. Death of the Venomverse, issue number 5. And last but not least, look who it is. It's Jeff, but he's been venomized. Pretty cool. And the Immortal Thor. One cover. Look at that. How cool is that? And that one. Standing on top of the Statue of Liberty. All right, there you have it, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and hit that notification bell and let everybody know that you've been watching the Comics Club's Good Morning Comic Fans. And remember, read. It brings out the hero in you.